Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining our Easysoft Online Loan Estimate webinar. My name is Heather, and I am the Product Support Specialist here at Easysoft. Today, I'll be reviewing how to create a loan estimate, the fields you'll be able to enter on the loan estimate, and how to import into a closing disclosure. So after you log in, you're going to click on New Closing, and you're going to choose CD. It's going to load right into the closing disclosure. At the top, you'll click on the drop down, choose Loan Estimate, and this will load our 3-page form. You'll see at the top, you have the option to choose status. We offer preliminary, draft, for review, final, and amended. If you choose anything other than final and you print, you'll actually have a watermark printed on the form. So for instance, if you have it set to draft and you print out the loan estimate, it'll have a watermark that says draft across the front of the form. You'll be able to fill out the general information, the date issued, the application date, and your property address. In this section as well, you'll enter in your sales price, appraised property value, or estimated property value. You'll be able to enter in your applicant information under the transaction section. You'll mark that applicant as primary, and we'll hit save. And then you can enter in the lender and all of the information for that lender, along with the loan officer or contact for that establishment. The third column is your loan information. So your loan terms, offer years and months. We have loan purpose. You can set it to purchase, refinance, construction, or home equity loan. You can mark your loan product, and we do offer a drop-down menu for that. You'll be able to enter in your loan type, the IDs, and you can mark this as a rate lock. You'll be able to enter the date when the lock expires and the cost expires, along with a time and your time zone. The next section down is our loan terms. So you'll be able to enter in the loan amount along with the interest rate, and that will calculate out your principal and interest. And you can change this to weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, monthly, quarterly, or annual. You also have the option over to the right to mark if this amount can increase after closing. If you mark it to yes, you will have a section to type in, and you can enter in your 2 bullet points for that information. We do give you the option to mark if it's a prepayment, if it has a prepayment penalty, or if it's a balloon payment. Oh, and these will actually also open 2 sections to type your information in. We give you a section to enter in your projected payments. This is just for the information. The loan, the tip and the loan amount will not calculate from this. Everything will calculate according to your loan terms, your sale price, the loan amount, and the interest rate. You can mark if there's a balloon payment, and it'll mark if you have this checked, it'll write final. You can also check range of payments, and you'll be able to enter in the minimum and the maximum. You can enter in the mortgage insurance, your estimated escrow, and then the estimated total monthly payment according to how the client is paying. At the bottom, you'll have your costs at closing. So it'll give your total cash to close. So you'll see mine's just at $50,000. The difference between the sale price and the loan amount. Once we go to page 2, You'll be able to enter in your loan costs in the left-hand column. We offer origination charges, services borrower did not shop for, and services borrower did shop for. We did add in some drop downs, so you'll be able to choose from our drop down if any of these correspond with that loan estimate. Otherwise, these are free text and you can type in here, or you can add on to anything that we've already created for you in the drop down. The services borrower did not shop for is the same, so we do offer the drop down, but again, you can free type into there as well. Services borrower did shop for. And you'll see as I entered in those amounts, they are totaling over to the right. So you'll see the total here. And then in line D gives you the totals for A, B, and C. The right-hand column is your other costs. So we have taxes and other government fees. These are free text here, so you'll be able to type in there. You can enter in your prepaids. You can note the number of months, but you will need to put in the total yourself. In section G, it's your initial escrow payment at closing. In here, you have your homeowner's insurance, your mortgage insurance, and property taxes. So this will do the math for you. So let's say our homeowner's insurance is just $50 a month and we mark it at 6 months. You'll see that the math is done for you. You do not need a calculator to enter that information in. And that works the same in all lines of this section. You can enter in any other fees that the client might have. So for instance, a homeowners association processing fee. And you'll see that our total is in line I. And then the totals for columns, the loan costs and the other cost columns is in line J. The next section down, you can mark for your adjustable payment table and your adjustable interest rate error table. And then at the bottom, you'll see your calculating cash to close. This will give you the total for this page along with the cash to close that we saw on page 1 of the 50,000. And then on page 3, you'll have the additional information about the loan. So you'll see that the lender information pulled over from page 1. You can enter in any other information for this section if anything was skipped. And you can also enter in the mortgage broker information. We give you a comparisons section, so it'll measure in 5 years the total you will have paid in principal, interest, mortgage, insurance, and loan costs. And then the second line down is the principal you will have paid off. The annual percentage rate, the APR, is not something that we would be able to calculate for you, so you will have to enter this information in manually. There's just too many variances depending upon what type of loan, how long the loan is, and the software just can't take that all into consideration. However, we do calculate the total interest percentage for you, but this can be changed if you need to increase or decrease it. At the bottom, we offer the other considerations, so you can mark if you need to print the appraisal statement on the form. You can mark the assumption, will or will not allow assumption of this loan. You can enter in if there's a late payment after so many days. So you'll put in the amount of days late. So let's say 15 days, and the late fee might be $25. Then we have the servicing at the bottom. We intend to service your loan. If so, you will make your payment to us, or we intend to transfer servicing of your loan. You can keep checked, include consumers, confirm receipt signature section. And then you can choose to print. We do intend to proceed with the loan application, or keep this unchecked and it will print out. We do not intend to proceed. So once you've filled in all of the information for the loan estimate, you'll be able to go ahead and print it out. The loan estimate does have its own form, so when you click on the print dropdown, you want to make sure that you look for loan estimate. You're going to choose that option. It'll let you know it's printing, and then it's going to open up in your PDF software or your Microsoft Word, depending upon which radio button you had chosen. And here's my loan estimate. Let me make this a little smaller for you. You'll see that the watermark is here, so this is what it will look like. If you choose final, there'll be no watermark on here. So even if it is marked as a status of draft and you want a clean copy, just change that status to final. Once you have completed the loan estimate and you're ready to go ahead with the closing, you'll need to import that loan estimate into the closing. I do want to show you one thing before we do that. Back on our home screen, I just want to show you that even though we just created a loan estimate, the type is still going to show as CD. So once we go back into the CD, we're going to click on the Tools drop-down menu, and you'll see the option for Import Loan Estimate. You're only going to see this when you're in the closing disclosure itself. So I'm going to click on Import Loan Estimate, and this is going to overwrite any current data that's already been entered into this form. So it does do a check if you've been entering the information in the CD rather than the loan estimate prior to creating the loan estimate. Now all of our information that we've already entered has been pulled into our CD, and I'll show you on page 2. The most important is our loan costs and our other costs. So you'll see that our application fee and the amount that we entered was copied right into our closing disclosure. And then you'll be able to go ahead and continue on entering the rest of the information for your closing. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you need any further assistance, you can always click on the support link at the bottom of any page. It'll bring you right to our community site. You can review articles about the software. You can send us feedback, any ideas that you might have. We'll go right to our product manager. And you can open a support case 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Or you can reach us on live chat Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you do need to reach any other department here at Easysoft, you can click on the Contact Us and you'll get our 800 number right here. It's 800-905-7638. Thank you so much for joining me today. Merry Christmas.